Katie, this trial is all going to come down to how the court defines consent, isn't it?
Yeah, and that is something that the Crown made clear on the very first day, that this case will be all about consent, what it is and what it is not. And Canadian law is very clear. Consent is something that has to be given at the time that the act is occurring. And the only person who can really give consent and who knows whether consent was given would really be the complainant herself. The complainant in this case, known only as EM due to a standard publication ban. Where it gets murky is, how do you prove that consent was given? Sexual assault trials often come down to a he said, she said. In this case, you've got one she said and multiple he saids, and there is a very high bar that has to be made or met, a high evidentiary bar to sort of overcome that reasonable doubt in order to find a conviction in this case.
The 5 former Canadian World Junior hockey players have all been charged with and pleaded not guilty to sexual assault. One player, Michael McLeod, pleaded not guilty to an additional charge of being a party to the offense of sexual assault. The 8-week trial includes cross-examination of the complainant as well as one of the accused. So lots of evidence, Katie. What were the key pieces that stood out for you?
Well, there is a text that came from Michael McLeod's phone that night to other players on the team. Who wants a 3-way? Quick, room 209, Mikey. The Crown introduced this as evidence to make the case that McLeod invited the other players to the room for sex with EM without her consent. Now, there is a counter narrative from the defense. They say that EM is the one who instigated this and asked McLeod to invite the players to the room, that she wanted a wild night. This is something that she rebuked and refuted when she was under cross-examination. But the other thing is, we also heard other witnesses say they believed that they were going into the room because there was food. But one of the things that kept coming up is that there was no textual evidence of this. There was no documentary proof that people were going to the room for food. The only thing we saw were the messages from McLeod, this particular one and another one to another player, inviting players to the room for sex with EM. McLeod himself told police initially he didn't know why the players were going to the room, despite the fact that there was this text. Here's a little bit of that exchange he had with his initial investigation sit down with London police.
Do you get the sense the guys are coming because they know there's a naked girl in the room who's doing sexual favors for people?
I mean, like, I don't know how guys kept showing up, because I don't remember, like...
Well, I know everybody has phones and devices in this day and age.
This is, like, probably come over, like this...
Mm-hmm.
There's a girl...
You think that was going on?
Probably, to be honest, yes.
Okay.
Like,
were you sending her those messages? Or?
No, like, I just told the guys I was getting food and there's a girl over. That's all I said to a few guys.
Also entered into evidence, Katie, 2 cell phone videos in which EM appears to have said she was okay with what was happening. How did each side frame those videos?
Well, important. There's very little sort of evidentiary value in terms of whether this proves consent or not, again, because the law really is about was consent given in the moment. That's not what these videos show, but it is a window into what was happening in that room, a very brief window. And for the Crown asked the court to think about what may have happened before and after these videos were taken. What was the power dynamic like in the room? To think about the fact that there was one woman with as many as 10 men, athletic men sort of surrounding her. And did she feel that she had to make these videos? Was she fawning? Was she trying to please them as a way to get out of there? For the defense, they used these videos in the same way they use a lot of other videos. And that was really to get a sense of her demeanor. Some of their arguments had included that she wasn't as drunk as she said she was. They were able to use some of these videos to try and counter that. Was she afraid as she said she was? Did she appear afraid in these videos? So again, this is part of the pushback counter narrative that they were able to sort of pull out and tease out from these videos as well.
And so what could happen Thursday?
It's a mixed bag, Paul. So you've got 5 accused, and it could go that everybody's acquitted. It could go that everybody is found guilty, or you could have a couple of people who are found guilty and some people who are acquitted. Whichever way it goes, either side, the Crown or the defense teams, will have 30 days to file a notice of appeal in the court. But whatever happens, it is undoubtedly a fact that this trial will be studied for years to come in Canadian law.
All right, Katie. Thank you. Katie Nicholson, thank you so much.